Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world could be just be right here with me, the BABGOG, and I appreciate you for pulling up on me, man. What's going on? Shout out everybody in the building, man. What's up with y'all? We back for Ryan. Oh, okay. All right, cool, cool, cool. What's up, Josh? Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link, man. It's gonna be open panel or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't talk or whatever. I would definitely like to hear everyone's whatever it may be, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna freestyle it tonight. I usually have like a framework or whatever, but of course, the main thing is gonna be I'm still around. After this, after today, bro, I'm done. I'm done. Talking about the whole Carmelo Anthony thing, so on and so forth. I'm all you know that topic out. Y'all know me, bro. You get a strong run for quite some time or whatever. Like I said, ultimately, um, justice was served. No matter how you want to look at it. Some people are saying 35 years are way too much, but when you take in consideration, he could have got 50 years, he could have got 60 years, he could have got 99 years. It's really not that much. And at the end of the day, the ultimate thing is there are consequences for your actions, bro. I know there's a lot of shout out to ABL. ABL responded to something I said in the last post I did on Ask a Brother podcast. And most important thing, man, like I said, I was saying this earlier on, there's gonna be a lot of shout outs to people because I had a lot of conversations, interactions with people this week, right? So I just really, really want to make it this is a issue and problem I see with us. And when I say us, I say black people. Bro, we can disagree. We don't gotta be enemies. You feel me? Just because you disagree, bro, don't make us fucking enemies, man. Okay? You know, I leave all of these conversations at where they're at. I don't once I cut this fucking camera off and lower this microphone down, bro. I promise you, I'm not thinking about 99% of the shit that I said during the time I was there. You feel me? So I'm gonna bring it up in a minute, Josh. So I don't really. I guess people think I might have an attachment to these things and stuff that I'm talking about, but no, bro, that's not what it is at all. It's just like, hey, I have my point of view, I have my opinion, and I'm going to voice those, and I'm going to defend them, or explain them, whichever need be, and I go on from there. For the most part, I don't think any lesser of you or have any opinion of you outside of the conversation that we have, and I don't hate nobody for not agreeing with me. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for me. When some wild nigga, called me a coon and said he was gonna kill me at like 8 o'clock in the morning. and it was just a reminder, bro, of just what I talk about as to where we lack in the most important aspects of things that you need for community building and being successful in society. No matter how you want to look at this shit, right? And of course, I'm gonna cover the aspect of the father being racist and all these different things and so on and so forth, right? I'm gonna definitely cover that. But at the same time, man, you can be pushed over the edge, and now it's gonna be like, well. See, you take it up for that cracker, and you take it, and you the white man, you this and that. I'm like, no, bro, I'm just being reasonable. If my son was killed and motherfuckers, be a white, Hispanic, whatever, was popping shit, me being me, bro. Again, I'm not a violent person. I am not a street nigga. I am not a bully. I'm not a thug. I'm not none of this shit. But I can tell you this, bro. Listen, if my child died and somebody that was talking greasy was in my presence when I was able to talk to them, it'd be a very, very difficult one way fucking conversation. And I'll come prepared for whatever. The biggest voice I can see laughing at my son's fucking demise, my son's death, bro, and I can't say nothing about it or do nothing about it. You better be motherfucking, you better hope and pray, right? That I just decide to let the shit go because I couldn't do that, bro. I couldn't do that. That's me knowing me and understanding me, right? Um, so I think a lot of the times, man, people just, in this troll society, bro. I'm tired of the troll shit. That's what's really fucking shit up. Everybody think they can just say whatever the fuck they want to say, bro, without consequences behind these fucking computer screens. And a lot of times even hide their fucking identity. That's what's lame to me. What's lame to me is motherfuckers never know. You don't know who a motherfucker is. They know exactly who you is. You don't know who they is. They popping all kinds of shit. They saying all kind of crazy wild shit. That's one thing I hate. Be a man, bro. Don't be a bitch. If you're gonna fucking threaten me, nigga, let me know who the fuck it is. Right? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't ever get it fucked up and believe I'm not prepared, because you might think I don't know who the fuck you is. It's not that hard to find motherfuckers. All right. Especially motherfuckers on fucking YouTube, bro. You're not. As soon as you hop on the internet talking about you ain't no internet nigga and this and that, oh, that just tell me you definitely don't know how to motherfucking, conceal your IP address and who the fuck you are and all the information. So I'll be extremely careful in sending motherfucking e-threats, bro, over the internet, dog, because you never know. Never know. But yo, what up, Josh? What's going on, man? You muted.
I'm sorry. I'm a failed panelist half the time. Listen, Andrew spoke crazy highly of you twice, not once, twice, just about probably 10 minutes ago. His chat, which I guess there was live viewers around 10,000, I'd say a good 120, 130 of them. 4 of them were even super chats screaming up and down for you specifically. So there, yeah, you could expect that in the future, Wilson's going to want to kind of like collab, do debates, whether they're debate against you or parallel with you. You two are kind of like virtually on the right leaning side, so I'd imagine they'd be a collab debate. But his chat was, for the most part, kind of screaming for you. They love the hell out of you, just so you know. So apparently, white boy screaming for you now. Take it however you want it.
Yeah, no. Shout out to SKC, bro. Shout out to SKC. SKC shot Community Enterprises shot me a super chat, let me know. Or shot me a cash out, let me know. And listen, man, that's what I say, bro. Listen, I'm not on a side. And that's the bad part about this shit, Josh, is now, oh, the white boy like you, so because you were tap dancing and you this. No, motherfucker, I'm logical. I know how to debate. I keep telling you, bro, I'm one of the best motherfuckers at this shit, dog. When in this
they only
space,
said one word.
Black
YouTube reasonable.
Space. Yeah, black YouTube space, bro. Like I said, bro, I'm able to call shit down the middle and attack the points by attacking the points and going from there. So
right.
I'm not picking shit out of it. But like I said, being that this is what it is, you can't be reasonable, Josh. You got to pick a side. And if you don't pick the right side, you're a coon, you sell out, you sucking off the white man, all this bullshit.
I want to say I understand. You know me within TMBR, right? Like I got dragged 10 different ways, at least within the Discord, right? It's a whole different thing off camera. I want to say I understand it, but I can't exactly. Code switching, I don't really understand. I mean, again, these are rules that I guess are for y'all, but for me, right, they're just different. I don't really know what half the stuff is. I still don't exactly know what cooning is exactly. Same thing for chimping, right? They seem like slanderous words in basically to get you to behave or do a thing that everybody wants you to. I appreciate for you. This is the second time I've ever been on your panel. The first time you literally stopped the show to explain something to me that just, because I'm an outsider, just hit different. And I didn't know what the hell it meant, right? Like, but this is technically like the second time I've been on your show. It seems like you're so reasonable to talk to. You'll at least explain stuff to us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You might end up becoming the how did CT call it? The Negro Whisperer, right? Like whatever the hell that is exactly.
Right, bro. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah.
I'm just telling you, there's stuff out there that it's kind of from our side. We don't understand a lot of things, and you personally have taken the time to explain stuff from me off the side, right? Even I think 12 minutes of your show you dedicated to breaking down something to my dumb ass that kind of a little dense sometimes, but the word that they were screaming was specifically what you said, reasonable. That was the exact word that was used. So, and it's appreciative, to be honest with you, from people from a different walk of life, different culture, right? We appreciate it when somebody breaks it down to us. And understand the topic is kind of inflammatory. You know that was going to happen, right? This is going to get more and more, I think, as time goes by. It's going to become more inflammatory. It won't be this case. It'll be the next case. It'll get worse. And the next one after that. It's going to keep going this way.
No, yeah, man. And like I said, it is what it is, bro. I'm used to it now. I'm used to it now. Community anthropology, what up, bro? Definitely hit the link if you got time, brother. It would be cool. You ain't got a cam up, fam. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, man. My whole thing is this, man. I look at this outside of just us and understanding that eventually, you're going to be forced to work with other people, whether you want to or not. No race of people
True.
are going to be able to operate within themselves and only themselves in a country, especially like America, right, where you're so intertwined and things and so on and so forth. Mind you, slavery was super duper fucked up, right? Slavery was fucked up. All
Yeah,
these
we
things and
agree.
so on and so forth. Jim Crow, right? Wrong. But bro, we can't keep living as if we're in those times still. And my contention is that is disrespectful when we try to claim that we suffer anything along the lines of people from 60 years and beyond on. It just don't make sense. That's my thing. You feel me? Shout out to Tio in the building.
Yeah,
Appreciate it,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You tried me.
Now, I do want to point this out from the other side, right? Disrespect is kind of like subjective, right? Obviously, you ain't never seen me on a panel ever drop an N word, even when I get really pissy, right? Not
Mm.
because of the N word, right? It's more like my parents just didn't teach me to talk that way, right? That's really the only reason. Has nothing to do with. I will say some other words. That one won't be it, just because but that concept of disrespect, when you have outsiders come into, let's say, your group, right? Yeah, we're going to talk differently. Sometimes things, now the N word, definitely people know not to say that, right? But there are concepts that most people won't know is disrespectful. I still don't really comprehend the concept of like cooning specifically, right? So if I use that at somebody, I honestly don't know what the hell it means half the damn time. It's why I usually don't call it to somebody. I don't even really know what it implies. But I do get pissy about some different things. I've heard you on a one panel where a girl basically said something about your dislike because or no, black girls don't like you because you're black. Like, I still don't understand the colorism thing, right? I'm sitting there like, of course he's black. Like, why does that matter, right? And I guess apparently they're talking about like dark skin. Like, there's so much stuff that from our side we don't comprehend.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to. I know it's a lot of cultural things that white folks don't understand about us. Like I said, just and another thing, and I would say the same thing about black people, right? Black people think they know white people, but a lot of it is just like secondhand or even third hand accounts of interactions. And one advantage you get from the military, man, is being on a more it's no a more intimate level, right? And not, of course, intimate on some gay shit is like whatever, but
Right, right,
I've had to know about white people and their family dealings and what they got going on and the way they look at things in perspective and so on and so forth. Had white people come to me for advice, like real serious life advice about, hey man, should I do this? Hey man, career wise, family wise, hell, money wise, all these different things, so on and so forth, right? And a lot of black people don't have that experience, especially for the over the length of time and in the structure of the military. So it just gives me a different perspective, bro, and understanding that a lot of the times, and mind you, I openly admit this shit, right? I was a former woe is me, the white man's out to get me, motherfucker, up until like my 30s. Until one day I had a conversation and it was like, hey man, what the fuck is you talking about, bro? This is not your life. You successful. You're not out here doing nothing stupid. You're making good decisions. Like what
sure.
is and ask me the question. And I was like, well, damn, shit, what is the white man keeping me from doing? And once I was presented with the question and I had to actually do the assessment, bro, I just been saying this shit because this is what I was programmed to say. This is what I was taught. This is what, I'm saying, that they teach us to have this victim mindset, bro. And ever since then, bro, just everything in my life changed from a positive, especially from intellect and
Mhm.
perspective. So, that's just the thing. But let me get my man
Well,
Tez the Fire here, man. Tez, what's up, brother? I appreciate your patience. What's going on with you, man?
Mr. Fantastic. What's going on, brother?
I can't complain, man. What's up with you?
Man, so I done seen you in a lot of debates. I done seen, Andrew Wilson. I done seen all these people in debates. And I'll say something as a content creator that a lot of content creators don't say. I don't know everything. It's certain stuff that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I don't know what it like. This is why it's hard for me to fully invest myself into content creation. Because as a creator, you have to be right all the time. You and Fatty had Andrew Wilson on the ropes about something, and he couldn't admit he was wrong. That's the type, how do we disconnect ourselves from content creators and human beings? Because I can understand that I'm wrong about something, say that I'm wrong, and if I got my audience, they can say, hey, you was wrong, but bro, we've been rocking with you, we understand. It's like these people and I like Andrew Wilson, but the fact that people can't admit that they're wrong, to me, that's a sign that people not really trying to have a conversation. They just want the money, the fame, and whatever that come along with that. So how do you balance? Okay, I done seen you see Graham before. So why does it have to be such a crazy I'm right all the time versus I was wrong once, but I can still understand y'all point? Like, how in the world can we balance that and truly have a conversation?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. Most people can't, bro. It's a pride thing. It's a pride and ego. And especially like Andrew's whole platform is predicated upon him being like the master debater, right? So if and when you do that, it's a position of weakness that you don't want to be in, especially if that's your thing, right? So like I said, I understand it like a persona. I concede, but it's very, very seldom, bro. Everybody tell you, I concede 1% of the time. Even when I concede, it's like with a caveat to the point of where, okay, this makes sense, but still, unless I'm just completely totally wrong. If I'm completely totally wrong about something, yeah, my bad, bro. I didn't know I was incorrect, so on and so forth. I don't believe in fighting against some shit where you're wrong. Right. But I'm a strong believer in a debate. You give up as less amount of ground as possible. So I don't disagree with Andrew for that, because like I said, it's your job to prove me wrong, right? Not my job to help you prove me wrong. You feel what I'm saying? When he does the little shit he does, like he's saying, prove it. I know it's a what's the name tactic. It's a debate tactic and a defensive tactic. But at the same time, it's like, come on, bro. I gotta give you the exact fucking source and whatever. Like, come on, bro. And like I said, I just shot it from the hip, looking at Buddy from when I seen him the couple times I've seen him. I'm like, bro, that dude is not a big dude, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a big guy.
But fantastic. This one of my other points, which is, all right, that's cool. So I say I don't do panels. I just do my own solo stuff. I do podcasts. I do stuff like that. But it's like, okay, if I hop up on a panel and I just got something to say, do I automatically become a debater? Like, is this automatic? Like, I got to know every single thing about everything. Like, is that where we at when it comes to panels now?
No. But it's all in the spirit of the thing, what it is. It all depends on the spirit of the panel and what it is. This is a debate panel, but that's what it is. A lot of the time it's like debate panels, but most of the time, man, I don't think it gets super duper serious. But then too, you get a lot of people that come up, man, that a lot of people that think it's easy, bro, but it's just not. And a lot of people that are not trained in not being an asshole, how logic trains work, and how logic equivalencies, analogies. It's just certain basic principles you need in being able to properly debate. And if you don't have them, you're going to be lacking, and it's going to constantly be a disconnect, because one person is saying something, they're completely totally right, but because you don't understand the fundamentals of it, now I got to try and teach you about debating in the midst of debating and explaining it. And it just slows everything down. So that's the whole thing, man.
But that goes back to what I was saying. The ego gets in the way if somebody is trying to teach you something in real time. So to your audience, for instance, if you was teaching me something and I was the person that I'm always right, but hey, I'm Tez the Fire. I got my own audience behind me, and you could be totally right in what you saying, and you could actually be teaching me something. But it makes me look less than because I'm learning something live from somebody else. Like, that's my problem. It's okay to be wrong. Like you said, Andrew, you right. He a debater. I'm a regular dude. I'm a regular YouTuber, brother. Like, it ain't my job to sit up here and be right all the time. But it's like, I'll give you an example. I seen, was it earlier today? You was on Hamp. You was on Hamp channel. And y'all was talking, yeah, it was today, I think. And y'all were talking about the Carmelo case. And then JP hop up there and say everything that he's saying. It's like, me watching this, how do I take anything JP saying seriously when I know it's people up there that actually have the knowledge, actually have the research? He is just saying what a regular dude would say. He didn't look at no details of the case. He just went by what the internet said, like a lot of our people do. We just gonna go off, hey, they said this, my Conscious Lee said this, so I'ma believe it. I ain't gonna do no research. But because I like Conscious Lee, I'ma believe everything that he say. And then we start disconnecting the facts from the skin color. That's another issue.
Yeah,
well,
that's a
it's
whole
kind
nother
of
thing,
not
man.
fair. Yeah, it's kind of
but,
not fair because JP has a different prescription than what Mr. Fantastic would have, right? It's the goal is the same, but like how you get there is what's different. But on top of that, right? Some of these panels aren't actually almost all of them, right? You'll get people on a panel that ain't there for the topic per se. They're there for brownie points, clout, be able to take cheap shots. Mr. Fantastic gets hit from every corner I've ever seen. Yeah. Just because he's politically on Mr. Fantastic would be on a political minority group for his group. So he's already in a minority group, and then he's on a different political ticket, right? That puts him in even a larger disadvantage, which already makes him a larger topic for most people. It is what it is. You're going to have a lot of people that are always going to come at you sideways for whatever. The only advice I can ever give to, well, let me say this.
Let me get these. Okay, cool.
I gotta go too. Oh, you got a super chat? No, that priority.
No, I was trying to bring somebody up. Go ahead.
I was going to tell you that you're going to have a couple white boys start hanging around, right? They're going to be asking questions, right? Do exactly like you did with me.
They ain't actually crazy or weird, bro. I don't got no problem having a conversation with nobody. I'm cool.
Well, no. You also know that there's going to be some we got some assholes on our side. Like there's a lot of them, right?
Just I'm prepared.
Do exactly. Good.
Years in the military, bro. I'm prepared, bro.
You're gonna find some ones that are actually worse supremacists than I would take this position, right? Like, I mean, they're cold-hearted, cruel. Get rid of them as fast as humanly possible. The rest of them, you are going to get noticed, as in they're going to be asking questions. What does this mean? That kind of thing. If you could be so kind as extend the courtesy of explanation that you did for me to only the select few that you deem worthy of conversation. Pretty please.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I appreciate you for coming.
All of the crazy ones. Yeah, all the crazy ones. Get rid of them.
Yeah,
thank you, Mr. Fantastic.
For sure, man. Most definitely. Hey, man, we got the legendary A1 Day One in the building, man. It's been a long time, my brother. SKC, man. What's going on, bro?
And I ain't nobody, man. Just the husband and dad. That's it, man. It was interesting. I got a link. I think it was like Free Zone to send me the link of all you guys having a conversation and everything. And I said, man, it's Friday. I might as well get a little laugh in here and there. But it was interesting. I thought that as normal, I obviously thought you were the most reasonable person there. But I'm a little confused as to, like the guy, it's my first time being able to talk with you, the other person that you have up. Like, what are some of the things that you thought Andrew was wrong about?
No. What I was saying was, it's certain. I just feel like when it comes to content creators in a whole, like influencers, that they can't say I'm wrong. Like that's like what Fantastic was explaining. That's Andrew's whole lane. That he's, the master debater. He knows all the tactics. He knows this, and this. It wasn't the fact that I felt like he was wrong. I felt like Fantastic and Fatty had him on the ropes about something, and he wouldn't let it go. Now, for Andrew, that may be fine, but what about regular people that come up on these platforms to talk, and they can't see ground? That's my issue.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Is it a different parallel from content creator and human being? Like, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the panel that you're on. I think in Mystics Fantastic can correct me if I'm wrong, but because I haven't really watched a lot of Fatty stuff, but I'm thinking that it was more or less set up as a debate show.
Okay.
The whole purpose of having Wilson there was to have someone who was going to take the counter point concerning I guess what's his name, Carmelo.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think it was just one of those things that you had a lot of people that were on that, for better or worse, have a lot of ulterior motives. Some of them, as you stated, they want brownie points for, I guess, their side or their opinion. A lot of people have deep connections with racial identity, as if racial identity is the lion's share of who they are as a person. I will never understand that, but to each his own. But yeah, I'm really curious as to just Fantastic's view about what did you think about some of the comments and back and forth that a lot of other people were having? Because I'm not trying to read your mind or anything, but it seemed like sometimes you'll kind of put your head down, or you'll kind of shake your head or roll your eyes, like, where is this person going with this point?
You on mute, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. My bad. But yeah, SKC, man, and you know this, bro. And it's like, after you do this for a while, right? It just becomes pretty much like a playbook that people usually run. And it gets monotonous and it gets kind of boring. But at the same time, for the sake of the broadcast and for the sake of the show, you can't just, so now I gotta wait for you to say something. My pet peeve is this. A motherfucker will be like, hey man, I'm talking. And I'm like, okay, bro, you talking, but you don't even understand you've been repeating yourself now for like the third time. You literally said the same thing 10 different ways. So you're not adding anything new to the conversation. Can I just rebut what you're trying to say? And you just keep saying over and over again a different way. No, man, you're trying to. All right, brother, go ahead, man. So it's just the frustration, but at the same time, for the sake of the conversation to be had, you got to let somebody who doesn't really understand the art of conversation go through their process, and then have it after they finally got their say, and ego tripping and all that BS.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to call any names or anything, but there were some points of view that seemed to be obtuse. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, man. I think you have somebody else up. I'll jump in as I haven't done this in a long time, man. So I'm out of practice. Yeah.
Diesel, what's up, fam? What's going on with you, brother? Appreciate
you.
Yo,
What up, man? What's going on, man? Hey, listen. This whole last week or two of all this, man, is the real reason why I know I've made the good decision to stay away from YouTube panels. Like, you got so many different characters on here, and all you can do is say, I know this motherfucker don't act like this in real life. I know for a fact. It's too many fake people on YouTube, man. It's so stressful. I have to deal with these fake motherfuckers in real life. I don't want to have to come to my house on a panel and still have to deal with them on YouTube as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I was on the panel. I was on there this morning where dude came up there and he was so 8 o'clock this morning threatening to take your life. And it's like, as much as he backpedaled when you really got in his ass, they don't do this in real life. It's so amazing. It's just amazing. And it just reinforces why I say, man, I got to stay away from these damn panels, bro. Got to.
Yeah, man. It'll definitely grow on you, man, if you let it. It's sometimes, like I said, I had to decompress and just go do some other shit at times. But yeah, man, definitely understandable. And like I said, that's the thing that gets me, man. It's like, hey, bro, as many people have tried to prove otherwise, I am the same man on this motherfucker as I am off. right? I'm not gonna do no shit on here that I want to do in real life. Anything and everything I say to a motherfucker, I'll say to a motherfucker. You feel me? And that's why I try to keep it at a certain level. You know, early on you had to learn. But yeah, man, it's just a process. And the crazy part again, the art of conversation. A lot of people just don't understand it.
Right. See,
There was a.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, man. There was a thought that came up. I think you stated it's gonna be your last day to talk about the Carmelo thing. I heard an argument that was posited about that the guy was a racist. I guess whatever was going on with him and his ranting and all of that, and what he I guess how he was as a father must have inspired his son to do what he was doing. But by that same logic, would that not mean that the way that Anthony's father taught him would kind of be racist as well to staff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But SKC, they can't see that. They can't see how you gotta apply the same thing to both sides, right? So that's another thing as to where, oh, he racist, he this, he that. Okay, so now let me put you in his shoes, right? Your son gets killed, and white people celebrate your son's death. They swat your house. They tell lies on you. They do all this shit, and for court order, you can't say anything. Okay, I'm gonna grace you a couple of crackle this, crackle that. Soon as you able to talk too, if these white folks ain't been doing nothing but fucking, tormenting you, and you're in the worst. Listen, this is the worst time of this man's life. Yeah. And SKC, if you consider that, oh, you a coon, you were this, you were that, he said this, bro. I don't give a fuck what the man say. I for one, I've accepted that white people are racist. They're racist people of all races. A white racist, the Asian racist, the Arab racist. I don't give any of them any more fucking clout or weight than the other. The problem is you niggas only want to focus on the white folks. You feel me? Yeah. Y'all don't even want to consider that the Arab man, the fucking the Indian man, and the Asian man, and all these other people, just as if not more racist than the white man is. And like I said, those people, the ethnic races, got way more impact on you because they open up shop in your communities and they literally make a living off of you while despising your fucking very being.
Well, the biggest problem with the whole situation is that it doesn't fit the narrative of white people just being racist when they come out the womb. You know what I'm saying? Black people can't conceive that that you can radicalize somebody to hate you. They just can't conceive it, because at the end of the day, they have it in their mind that white people just come out like that. That's exactly how they are. So they can't conceive it.
For baby's first words,
right? So I mean, it's and radicalization is a real thing. People don't understand that it is a real thing.
But Diesel, you know what, Diesel? I think that's something that comes with military police training that people just don't, and that's another big thing, Diesel. That's why I say, man, if we just had a 25% increase in black men getting involved in public service, the military, bro. When I tell you the drastic impact it will have.
Oh my God. Bro, fantastic. I say it all the time when I go through because I teach at the police academy. I go and speak at the police academy and recruiting and all that stuff. And I tell people all the time on their, like, the first weeks of them being in police academy, you don't change the profession. The profession will change you, because it opens your eyes to a lot of shit that you just don't see when it comes down to law enforcement. You just don't see it. And once you get the perspective of from law enforcement perspective, it changes your whole view of everything.
And
can I answer that?
Sure, go ahead. Hey, appreciate you earlier, brother, for the donations, man. And shout out to SKC for the donations on the Cash App. Shout out to everybody that supported earlier on the previous stream, man. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, A4.
Got you. The thing, and it's great that you have that experience teaching at the police academy and people get their eyes open, like you said. And there was a few years ago, I guess during like Black Lives Matter, where there was an actual activist. Let's be honest, most of these activists aren't really willing to engage faithfully and actually, do that whole debate. they just like to do rhetoric online. But this one activist, I guess he was like really open to seeing everything. And then he went on ride-alongs, and then he did the shoot or not shoot simulator that police do during training, and it literally changed his whole outlook on police shootings. Just being able to interact and do that. So that's like you guys said, once people get closer to how the sausage is made, it gets really inconvenient on the talking points they've been using forever.
Well, I think that's just people in general. And I'll even give part of, I would say the Black community a pass on that, in that they do, like a lot of other people, speak about things in a way due to not having actual experience in it. And so it's much easier for people to take these very hard positions about certain subjects when they don't have any experience in those subjects whatsoever.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add into what Diesel was saying earlier about the situation where you Fantastic, you mentioned earlier in the Carmelo case about the radicalization of this guy. We seen he was Metcalf's dad. He was taking the high road. Guys, let's not make this a race thing. Let's not do this. He was doing all of it. And you mentioned how, yeah, if somebody's sending you death threats and raiding your house or swatting your house and all that stuff, it will radicalize you. You brought up what we call the incels. The guys that started out, and this personal to me because that's how I started. I started off as the guy that my mama told me women with sugar, spice, and everything nice. And then one of them cheat on you, be like, hold on, wait a minute. What you mean? I thought as long as I give them flowers and shit, we good. But what happens is, as far as being a guy that goes through that stuff, after it happens to you so many times, you realize if the assholes is the ones getting the JJ, I might need to become an asshole. So you go through that change where, okay, instead of me bringing her flowers, I'm going to leave on red for 2 or 3 days. She going to start texting me now. Like, oh, what you doing? And you start seeing how them guys do it. And you get to a point where you like, man, F these hoes. I'm about to do what they do. So that just proves that people see the patterns. When some consistently happens over and over again, you start to adapt those strategies. And look, bro, I understand this man is hurting. Like you saying, he going through a traumatic time. Do I agree with what he said? No, but you can understand it because some of us then been through that exact same thing when it come to women, when it come to family members. I got family members that don't talk to me right now because I voted for Trump. I don't lose no sleep, but at first it hurt me. We used to sleep on the same mattress when we were growing up, but now we can't have a conversation because of my political leaning. But go ahead, Fantastic.
No, Tez, that's what I'm saying. Tez, I was saying this earlier today on Helms, man. Sorry, this might be risky, bro. Black people don't understand how to disagree, bro. Niggas feel like it's an us versus them thing over something as simple as, like you said, my political views. God damn, I can't have my own decision. I can't have my own point of view. I can't have my own way or thoughts of understanding. Because now, oh, you a coon and you just want to like the white man and you want to this and you want to like, no, nigga.
Bro, think about it when I became the police. Think about it when I came to police. Good Lord. Man, it was, man, Jesus, man, bro.
But Diesel, this is what I'm saying. But Diesel, what? And now Diesel, listen. The sad part, Diesel, is motherfuckers don't understand. Now, the main person you should be fucking embracing is black law enforcement.
Correct.
You shouldn't want to alienate the motherfucker that could literally motherfucking choose whether you go home or your ass go to jail or prison. But this is what I'm saying: the lack of fundamental understanding of authority, need, structure, superiority. Being at a disadvantage, leverage. Niggas don't understand leverage for shit. Jesus Christ.
And see, the thing about it, Fantastic, is, you know, thinking about military and law enforcement, how black community looks at those two things when you're not even 50 and retired, and I'm retiring in 4 years, and I'm not even going to be 50. gonna be able to just sit and relax.
Diesel.
But our community is telling
no-
our community
And
is
niggas
telling
telling
us not
me,
to do
Diesel, nigga told me I'm on government assistance.
right.
Yeah, I know
My
that's
picture-
crazy
my
as hell.
ridiculous.
My pension is government assistance and niggas. I'm like, man, you know what, bro? Fuck y'all
That's
niggas,
insane.
man. And Diesel, and it really comes to that point where it's just like, you know what, bro? Hey, man, hey, look, I'm good. I made the right decision. I did what I did, so on and so forth. Put myself in a position to be where I am. Listen, bro, ain't not completely, totally, but when a certain level of niggerdom, I'm not dealing with. You got it, brother.
Right.
You right, man. It's whatever you say, and I'm out the way. Go ahead, AFR. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
No, you're straight. And another thing too, especially when Black folks we go on and on about how systematically is this, and there's misconduct kind of baked. They always like say like everywhere misconduct's already baked in, so whatever. And I'm like, okay, if that's the case, then you're gonna want Black law enforcement in there because they don't know a good amount of the time Black law enforcement officers do whistleblow, depending on the person, obviously in the department, but it happens all the time. And that's somebody looking out for us. When if that was a white person, they probably wouldn't be inclined as much to whistleblow or tell what's going on in these certain situations. So like you said, alienating Black and law enforcement, all that stuff. And it goes into the fatigue thing. And now I know you guys are probably going to disagree with what Myron did, but I kind of feel the same way. Because when I came on YouTube first, like Fight Club and places like that, or other places where they say, hey, we're here to have Black people debate each other on issues, and you go there in good faith and you start getting called a coon and all this other stuff, after a while, I'm like, cool. I totally feel that this is my opinion. I feel I reserve the right to call any Black person a racial epithet as much as I want, especially if I get met with that energy. I feel that I'm allowed to call you a monkey. I'm sorry. Like, I understand the historical context. I understand how some people get hurt or they get, triggered or whatever. But after a while, it's just like, bro, the fatigue is real on that level. And I'm not talking about Black fatigue in general, but just getting that pattern of going to have the good faith conversation. You get, crap thrown in your face and you just say, okay, I'm going to just start acting like you. So I think that's why Myron acts like that. I'm not going to say it's dignified or whatever, but it's just like I feel the same way. So
well, I mean, okay,
Yeah, I don't agree
just to
with
be
that.
straight with it, I just think that the majority of the panels and things, people aren't trying to have a good faith conversation. I mean,
Exactly.
it's like everybody knows what it is. You're gonna have a bunch of people that they want to take their clips and get their clout and the whole nine. So a good faith conversation, I don't think that's the order of the day, especially when you're talking about racial
or at least respect.
Nah.
When
what
racial
happened
conversations
to
come
make
in,
it-
all
what
that goes out the door.
What disrespect happened to make Myron act like that though?
It wasn't that. It was Myron doing his regular shtick, bro. It
Exactly.
wasn't no
That's the
disrespect.
point. That's what I'm saying. There was no disrespect for him.
It
Well,
was-
I
he
wasn't
wasn't-
talking. No, hold on. I wasn't talking about that in particular. I'm just saying, I was talking about me in particular.
Yeah,
and
but
that's why
AFR,
I understand where he's coming. Hold on. I didn't say what he did was correct. I didn't say he was justified. I was just saying I've been in similar situations where I feel justified to do that. I didn't say Myron was met with disrespect, and that's how he
But
reacted.
AFR, what you said was you understand why he did what he did. That's my part of contention.
Okay, I got you. Well, I misspoke. Well, then I misspoke then.
Okay.
And,
All right.
and I want to add this in here too, and this happens all the time too. We up here having this conversation with Mr. Fantastic. We all, we all talking, we all going through our points. This is how easy stuff can get flipped. By us sitting up here and not saying nothing crazy about Mr. Fantastic, we are automatically on Mr. Fantastic side. We dick riding. But you see what I'm saying? The narrative just gets like we can't even agree. Just because us four brothers are on Mr. Fan and we ain't hollering, we ain't yelling. We just sitting up here having a conversation. Somebody can pick out and be like, hey, Ted's one of them fantastic dick riders. It's like, damn, I can't even sit on a panel with somebody, have a conversation without being called X. And that's what happens in these spaces. Bro, like I said,
So
I've been a YouTuber for a while. Now, I'm little. I ain't been putting out no content. That's my fault. But I started in the panels and stuff with the Black Man Unfiltered, the Sir Hales. I was part of all of the Mandrels. I was part of those circles. And what happened is what happened a lot of the time. Stuff devolves. Everybody want to be right. But
Well,
I'm not.
Tez,
Bro,
if I could
Yeah.
ask you a question though, we are talking about Black America though, right? I mean, isn't camping, bussing, fighting, playing the dozens, all that baked into the cake?
That's true. But
So
see,
I mean, it's like you're not gonna be able to pull that away.
I guess SK. That's why I said SKC. I don't see the names up here. That's why I'm asking. I don't know everybody. So
That ain't
that's
gonna
what-
ever go away.
No, I'm not saying it'll go away. My thing is, do we end up getting? We always say this. We looking for results. Some people just looking to win an argument. I get that. Some people are just personalities. I get that. But even when we call it checking back in the Memphis area. Even when we was checking, it was still some mutual respect there. You got people in this space that just check and they could care less. They don't want to get no answers. They don't care about the
Because it's
I'm gonna get it
online.
off.
It's online, man. And you know, for the most part, for people say all the stuff about answers and all that other stuff. King Randall wants answers.
Good point.
The majority of people online, it's like they ain't looking for no answers,
Nah.
man. They are the equivalent of the Negroes on the corner talking smack all day long, doing this, that, and the other, and so
Got you a
forth.
little guy, don't you, bro?
Facts.
Them type
Yeah,
of dudes.
1,000%. You ain't told no lies, brother. You ain't told no lies.
And you know that it was dudes like that were there for 10, 20, 30 years saying the same stuff
Yes, sir.
over and over and over and over. Way back when I remember way back when being on a panel with Mr. Fantastic and he'll tell you, man, when we started to look at a lot of the old videos, that clips of things that people would bring up from the past of like in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, man, these same conversations Black people have been having, they're not seeking solutions to these things, man.
SKC, because when you give solutions, the solution it requires everything that niggas detest: discipline, delayed gratification, most importantly, bro, financial shit, right? So it's just too many things to where you can fix this, right? But and the most important thing, forgetting about the white man.
Well, I think I'll
stop blaming the white man.
And I'll add one more point in there on that is the people who actually do follow those prescriptions to lead to a solution, those become the people that are hated by other Black people.
Facts.
10,000%.
Facts.
Yeah,
I told my wife this a while back. There will never be one Black leader again because we too divided on stuff. Like I said, I'm ostracized from certain family members because I voted Republican. All right, let's cut that. Let's say, all right, I got another group that are Republicans. Oh well,
I can't hear him.
I'm out.
No, I can hear you fine. I guess these will go out and come back in. I can hear him.
Let me refresh. It's probably me.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's say I do find a group of family. Okay, I voted Republican too. Hey, well, how you feel about this? Oh, well, I disagree with you on this. Well, now you out on this side. It's like it gets broken down to a point to where we so segmented. Fantastic. I don't know if we will ever come together, brother. And I'm not gonna lie and act like, bro, I want that to happen. I want us to be where everybody say we can be, brothers like Shad. I want us to see the potential that we see. The problem is we got to get past the stupid, idiotic conversations first. I said something a long time ago, when a lot of people have said it now. You got to be able to disconnect the Black people from the niggas. And the problem is the Black people take up for the niggas. So you don't know whether you this or that, or you can't see the difference. And the thing is, bro, I've never been a hood dude. I ain't never been in the streets, bro. That is not my life. But I can look at one of them brothers and shake his hand and have no problem with him. But can he do me the same when he realize I don't think the way he do, or when I don't vote the way he do? And I think that's the problem that we have, bro.
That's the biggest problem.
Let me get some of these super chats and cash apps and stuff, man. Shout out to like I said, community anthropologist earlier. Red Rum, appreciate you, brother. Mike G, of course. And shout out to Monique Davis, man, putting the club soda on it with the 50 ball on the Cash App. Greatly appreciate your sister.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Shout out to MC Heavy Tits for the 5. I was wanting you to go in on Myron. I don't always agree with you, but I know you're against races. Yeah, bro. That day will come. It'll happen eventually, and it's gonna go, a totally different way than how you think it's gonna go. Shout out to More for Your Mom. Appreciate it, brother, for the 2. Wit-tastic, Villains to Hoteps. Indeed, my man T.O. in the building. What's up, brother? Appreciate it for the membership message. DJ Smith 23 for the 5. Andrew has a need to be right and be extremely technical about basic terms and definitions. It ruins the conversation. DJ Smith again for another 2. Andrew, he was taller, not bigger. He said he was bigger, not taller. That's what he said, or whatever. Like come on, that's crazy. Shout out to Little Rock, man. A1 day, 1 in a billion, brother, getting that bail box money. Appreciate you. Guys like us carry weapons for 20 years and carry CCW, but get screamed down about self-defense. I literally have CCW insurance. You not just talking. Exactly. Shout out to Tyson, the Family Guy. Appreciate you, brother. Salute, bro. Disagree with you a lot, but respect to you too, brother. I appreciate that. Shout out to Little Rock for another 5. This should create a wave of black lawyers and judges, not country creators. Hey, and this is a great point, man. And shout out to Robert Testel. Appreciate you, brother. Salute, fantastic SKC, man. Greatly appreciate everybody for the contribution. Ain't nothing but some money. But no, man, yeah. That whole thing that happened, right, and being able to so let's just look at some of this shit, bro. Look at this shit. This is still going on, and y'all want me to be mad at the white man for calling y'all watermelon felons after shit like this. Hell, listen, bro. Y'all bringing white folks into black folks shit, bro. That white folks don't really do and get down with like that. What the hell you expect if y'all doing shit like this, bro? Y'all are creating AI. Y'all are creating AI fucking images of you pissing on this man's son's grave, bro. What do you expect his opinion to be of black people?
But see, fantastic. The excuse is they did our ancestors like that for 400 years.
And that's what I'm saying, Tez. This is never going to stop. It's never going to get anywhere as long as you keep being able to have the fucking excuse about, oh, they did it to us in the past. Yeah, okay, cool, fine. What the hell does this have to do with this case? And y'all mad at that man for calling y'all whatever the fuck he calling y'all, and you still doing it. For all intents and purposes, bro, the fate has been chosen. They got the appeal going, bro. That appeal is not going nowhere, bro. That appeal is not gonna be successful. I'm telling that off rip, right? So once you understand that, right? Let me see, what was the other one? Shit like this. Again, man, how do you expect people to have any faith or look at us as a group, bro, with integrity and trust in very, very serious issues when you out here promoting shit like this? Okay, let's see. You promoting shit like this, man, and y'all think it's cool. This is sad, bro.
Be fair. Don't say no. I'm not finna put a black man in jail. Don't say that. If that's what you're gonna say, you could have stayed home. You have to go and be like, no, I will hear the evidence. I can be fair. Don't say I hate white people and I don't care what he did. Don't do that. That's what people were doing in this case. Okay. And then everybody's like in an uproar because there's no black people on the jury when damn near half of the black people who could have been on the jury canceled themselves out. You know?
So again, so what you're telling now, what you're saying now in essence is have those thoughts, but don't do it. Get on the jury and be dishonest. Get on the jury and literally defeat the purpose of the fucking jury.
But they mad because all the witnesses supposedly lied.
Listen, told the truth, got themselves, and then that's what I'm saying, Diesel. I don't understand you niggas. I don't understand it. Y'all mad at black people for being honest, and not lying and defeating the whole justice system y'all claim got no justice. So if y'all saying that, what you expect the white folks to say? Yeah, don't say you hate those N-words. Just get on there and put them away for life. See how the balance works? See how the balance works that they know you out here fucking telling the world to do all this crazy shit and be dishonest and something as serious as people's lives on the balance, bro?
Don't do that, okay? So don't do that. See, somebody in the comments talking about that's what got me put out. Don't do that. When you go up there, say, no, I have never heard about this case. I can be fair. Say that, okay? And then mean it, believe it a little bit. Don't tell them you can't be impartial. You could have stayed home. Because
bro, this is despicable, dog. And the fundamental like lack of outrage and this is a ongoing thing. They not the only this is like the third or fourth podcast I've heard say this shit. Just lie. Okay. And yeah, that's definitely gonna help fucking black people fucking relations in trustworthiness as an overall in the country where, you know,
then you're gonna be Easter egg. They say you're gonna be on root for everybody black.
Yeah.
I would have to remember that because I would be in there like I would almost be too eager. Oh God, I would probably be too eager just to go flip mode. Do you? Yep, I do believe whatever you do.
They're gonna kick you out.
But you just said I don't know who that person was that said that the other day. What I believe today. This is a video of you saying that wasn't me. I didn't say those things. I believe in the rule of law. I believe.
Ma'am, all we asked was what was your first name?
Law and order.
But fantastic. These same people will say that they can't be racist.
Yeah, obviously, right? Because they don't have a system that controls nothing. When SKC, what the fuck is a jury?
That controls somebody's life.
literally controlling the fate of somebody's life, be it negative or positive. Literally controlling justice for a family that feels like they've been wrong and the evidence supports them actually being wrong, and you fucking stealing that from them.
You saying that
SKC, see how we was able to break that down in less than 10 seconds? It's just simple logic. No, man, that ain't what it. No, nigga, you just a coon.
Yeah, man.
You hate your mama for the white man.
You know that there was that line of argumentation that came up during your conversation. I forgot who said it, but they were talking about history and all that other stuff. And I don't know, I've always wondered why it's so difficult for so many people just to answer the question correctly. And I'll pose it again.
It doesn't fit a narrative.
It's like, how did slavery end? How did it become codified? And it is very difficult for some of the people that I've had conversation with to just simply acknowledge that it was all white dudes, it was all white men that they codified that law. It wasn't white women, it wasn't black people. That law was codified by white people and white men.
And when they come to it,
and it's like just saying it, it's like, bro, man, like you the devil or something for just acknowledging something that's just the truth.
KP, what you got for us, brother?
Fantastic, you muted.
Oh shit.
No, he's not muted. Fantastic, muted.
Damn, I can't hear him.
Yeah, tell him come out and come back in. You can't hear me.
Refresh your
yeah, I don't know what the hell going on with what's name. Brother Antonio, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. What's up with you, brother?
My guy, you know my name. I'm the Timu Charles Gambino.
Yeah. Yeah. Timu Charles Gambino. Yeah, brother. I remember you, man. What's up with you, brother?
Good, man. You guys doing good this evening?
I'm doing great, brother. How about yourself?
Good, man. Good. Thank God I'm here, man. I gotta agree with you guys. You know, I don't think blacks should have made this whole Camino trial into a race thing because, you know, white people right now, they're really, really stressing out with a lot of things right now, you know? And they should have, in my opinion, they should have went with the more, two boys had a disagreement, and one of them and one of them gave another boy a warning. The other boy called it bluff, and he lost his life. And it should have made by race.
Yeah, man, that's what I said. You know that, but that's the only reason people cared. The racial aspect was the reason that everybody hopped on it, and you know, that's the reason why we're having this conversation now. Now that the you know, the trial has been had and the verdict's been handed down. I literally just seen this, bro. Right? I remember when people was talking about this. I don't know if you guys remember, but remember like a month ago in New York where the boy got shot in the face in broad daylight on the cell phone.
No, I haven't.
Put one, see what I'm saying? Put a one in the chat if you guys remember that. Put a one in the chat. Chapter participation. If you remember the story about the kid in Queens that was at a basketball court, right outside a basketball court, he was confronted by 3 different teens. One of them punched him in the face, and then eventually one shot him on camera. And people care all of maybe 4 or 5 days. Niggas only care when a white man's involved, bro. That's what I keep saying. I'm going to live, die, get cremated, and reincarnated on that hill, bro. You niggas only care about a black person dying when a white person is involved, or a black person killing somebody when a white person is involved. That's the only time y'all care, man. Other than that, it's like whatever.
You know, the main thing that really scares me about this situation is that, you know, you have a lot of people that is condoning Camelo doing what he did, and as many kids in high school getting these little scuffles, it could turn into straight up so many kids going to jail and dying because they condone this type of activity. That's the main thing that really scares me about this whole situation.
Diesel, how many times we did heard the story about somebody getting into a scuffle over scuffing somebody's shoe?
Bro, I got school resource officers that deal with fights every day in the high school. Every day.
Diesel, let me add in on that. My wife a school counselor. So she see the type of stuff, the small little interactions with children every day. And everybody teaches, she say this all the time. Everybody teaches, if somebody put your hand on you, you put your hand on them as well. But nobody ever tells you, especially in our community, about conflict resolution. If everybody continues to keep hitting, what happens then? Now we got a damn WWE Royal Rumble in the school because ain't nobody willing to say, hey, bro, I ain't trying to fight. I ain't trying to argue. And this is another thing. People think avoiding conflict is being a punk or being scared. Sometimes it's just best. Hey man, I just want to get home to my family, bro. I don't want to smoke with you.
But Tez, that's what I'm saying. Tez, that's the problem with the Niggerlander syndrome, bro. That's the problem with this hyper masculinity. I can't take no losses. I can't. They go think I'm pussy. And you know what, Tez? I know it's real because I had to grow out of this shit, bro. Black men have this motherfucking mandingo motherfucking mindset. So well, there go another nigga. I gotta establish dominance. And no matter the size, no matter the age, no matter whatever and it's just weird, bro. And it's R.I.P. David Carroll. It's like, man, make them darker, make the shades darker. Niggas be eye wrestling with you, looking you right in your eyes, and they want and staring you down, bro, like challenging you. And I'm like, bruh. Nigga, I'm at the brunch buffet trying to get my food, brother. What the fuck we finna bang over breakfast, nigga?
Especially if you look at them wrong. That's
what I'm saying. And it's just like you literally have to train yourself out of that shit, man, to just, bro, give a nigga a head nod. Give a nigga a small smirk, not no gay shit, but a small, friendly, facial expression and a head nod. So the nigga can let down his defenses so he's not ready to kill you type shit. And I'm just like, bruh. But, when a black man says it, like you said, oh, nigga, you just pussy, nigga, you just this, you just that. Brother, I ain't scared bro, I'm not scared of much, man. I'm not scared of much. Like I said, I have a value for my life and even your life more than you do because I'm not willing to do nothing to hurt you or I get hurt to where we don't make it home. But if we don't have that standard, right? How the fuck you expect everybody outside of us to have the standard of something different if we don't have it for each other?
That's facts. And
Mr.
that's
Finn,
that. Go ahead.
you can talk, man. You can talk,
I
man.
was just
I'll
gonna
wait.
add in, bro. That's just one of the things. Like I said, bro, I'm in the Memphis area. So growing up around the area I grew up in, you was either gangster or you was a nerd. It wasn't no middle ground. You was one of them or you was a lame. And that's the problem, bro. It ain't no middle ground. And now I say I say this all the time, especially where around the area I'm from, bro. Why can't we have some people that just don't want to live that lifestyle? It's okay for you not to be a drug dealer, gorilla killer, like Fantastic say. It's okay for you not to be like, bro. It's fine to be a regular dude that got brown skin. It's cool, but around that, oh no, sir, bro. You gangster, you gonna have to do this, you gonna have to do that. If not, you ain't even looked at in the same realm. You not even a man to some of these guys, bro.
Well, I think it's part of the culture at this point. And I think that all of the prom things and so forth pretty much show that you have to be of that mindset, or you're basically not you don't fit into the mold of quote unquote blackness.
You're not black.
Yeah, you're disowned.
Yeah, SKC, when you point that stuff out, bro, SKC, oh, y'all don't know what they got going on, and y'all don't want these kids to be happy. No, bro, I'm looking at everybody seems to forget that we were kids at one point in time, right? Bro, you didn't have people having fucking $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 celebrations for one fucking night in this economy. In this economy? Come on, bro. And then the education level of the kids has been the worst ever since, like this. Kids were reading better in fucking Jim Crow. Well, y'all claimed they was getting the secondhand books and all this other shit. Motherfuckers literally got supercomputers in their hand and can't read, can't do math.
Well, I think that you can't hold that opinion out to the world on what TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff, and I'm handing it to you, Antonio, but you can't hold that opinion and then bang and march for reparations. It's like your kids are saying that they got quote unquote bands in their hands to throw away on a night, but then at the same time saying that you need reparations. Come on, that's insane.
Oh, I can go now?
Yeah, it's on you.
Okay, I'm going to say it. Not even in the animal kingdom, you see the type of behavior, like in mammals or any other animal groups. For example, now, lions won't constantly go after each other. Like trying to prove themselves. They will growl at each other, but they won't constantly try to attack each other because they know their limits. They know that if either of them get injured, they won't be able to survive because they need to hunt. So for some reason, us blacks now we have this mindset that life isn't worthy or worth anything. Like, I'm from Florida, right? Jacksonville ain't that far away from me. Look how the whole beef between Young Ace and Fulio went down. They were killing each other for what? For what? Over dumb stuff and laughing about it. It just making sense. Well, what point of acting tough all of it when someone's gonna die? Like, I've been fishing a while back, and by the way, I'm 6'3" now. This will help you with context. I was fishing by myself, and 3 black guys came over, like 5'8" all of it, and they were acting, loud, obnoxious. You know what I mean? And one of them looked at me and said, you act like a white boy. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Okay, you quiet, you don't act crazy. But I was going to tell him was, I'm a 6'3", 250-pound man who legit nicknamed the Black Bear of the South. And why would I act crazy?
I like that right there.
Bro, you a wrestler or something?
No, no, you saw me in real life. Now you see it. They call me that, the Black Bear of the South, because the way I work out is I don't use weights. I use cars. I push cars. I lift logs. You know what I mean? You know.
Oh man,
I'm not joking. This is true,
bro. You don't turn SKC up, bro.
I am not.
I believe him too. I believe
That boy got that script.
Fantastic.
He got that
Fantastic
boy.
That boy got that script.
Hey, he that brother that was
Like,
carrying that washing
I'm
machine
like
up the
said,
steps
like,
the other day on the Instagram.
I wish people always call me the ox too. Okay, so you know.
No, it's one thing to carry a dryer up some
but in
steps,
my
but it's
head,
another
I
to
got a
carry a
little brother.
washing
I mean, he
machine.
was wrestling one day.
KP, motherfuckers don't understand with that goddamn washer, boy. That's different, boy.
That's a different level of script right there.
One more thing I was going to say was that me and my brother, he's 17, we meet and wrestled, and he told me that, you know, no one gonna try to fight you, fist, you know, hand to hand. They're gonna shoot you because you're so big and strong. And I said to him, "You're right." And for the reason I say this, because why would I try to act tough now when I'm so big now, where someone can just pull a gun on me and just kill me? Because who will want to fight me hand to hand? And so for me, they go back to black people acting too aggressive. They think that everyone gonna fight fair when they're not true. It's better to keep your hands to yourself now and assume someone carry a knife or a gun, because look what happened to that boy. Look what happened to the whole Camelo thing. He called it bluff and he died calling it bluff. Always assume someone has a weapon on them. Doesn't matter how big or strong you are. A gun can drop if a gun could drop an elephant for one shot. What can it doesn't matter what it could do to a human being or a knife.
Nah, man, yeah, you definitely right there. But let me do these and then let me get KP in here. Shout out to my man Bet Life in the building, bro. Appreciate you, brother, for the 20 ball. Salute, fellas. Yo, SKC, we need that laugh, fam. Those who know. Shout out to Clue for the 5. He said Myron was right. I don't know what the fuck Myron was right about, but I guess I don't know. Shout out to Lil Rock for another 5. Appreciate you, brother. I think blacks got off jury duty to avoid community backlash because they knew he was guilty. They would have turned on them. Oh, man. Agreed. That's definitely a point. Shout out to Clue again. How much to drop that SKC Joker? He hates himself. Just kidding. SKC, LOL. And shout out to Philip Sadiq for the 5. I greatly appreciate you. KP, hold on, just real quick. Do this. Ain't nothing but some money. It's on you, KP.
Yo, you know what, man? This is an interesting conversation because I told this dude this about 3 days ago before the verdict came down. I said, you know they're cooked. He's cooked. He said, why you think that? I said, you didn't see the ambulance chaser show up. They knew he was cooked. You didn't see Al. You didn't see Ben Crump, Lee Merritt. You didn't see none of them.
I didn't.
You didn't see Tia Mowry. You didn't see my son and them run down there. They knew he was cooked. They couldn't make any money off of it. And one thing you will learn over time is watching this stuff. If you step back, they only want to defend them if they die, so they can get the lawsuit money. That's it. They knew this kid was cooked, so it wasn't no money in it for them, so they didn't go down there. They didn't even hold a press conference for the kid, man. Roland Martin didn't show up. Now they want to report on it now and say he got railroaded. And then they act like we know this for a fact. Let's just be honest. We know black people that have been called for jury duty and they come up with the excuse that they taking care of their grandma, knowing damn well their grandma been dead for 10 years. So like, bro, like all the excuses and all the crazy stuff, like people really believe peers mean race. Some people believe peers mean race. It means the people that live in your locale, in your area. That's the jury of your peers. Like these people are insane, man. You can't break it down to them any better. You can't explain it any better. And I asked these brothers this question the other day. I said, if they would have let the brother off, do you think that would have gave white boys carte blanche to start killing brothers with knives? He didn't want to answer the question. Like you just said, SKC, he didn't want to answer the question because he knew the answer.
Shit, KP, the niggas done started going around punching innocent fucking white junkies, bro. In Florida. People in fucking Florida attacking random white folks talking about you was on the fucking jury in a whole nother state, jury selection. And y'all think and recording it and thinking this shit funny. Again, bro.
Going to jail. They going to jail.
Not, but KP, even more importantly than that, bro. racial tensions are so high right now, bro. It's I'm not saying that we right there, we like, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back, but bro, ain't too many more things gonna be able to happen before some shit really, really pop off, bro. And this
Damn
shit's gonna
right.
be bad for everybody.
And
I
you know
agree.
what? And you know what's interesting about you saying that though? Like, how could you be somebody that has this philosophy that you don't believe that you should arm yourself? Because half of them that say he had the knife, they believe in this political thought that you shouldn't have guns and the gun buyback and all this old goofy shit. Like, it's some of the most hypocritical thought process I've ever seen in my life. I just don't understand that. I don't see how people can even go down the line of thought.
KP, when the skin color is the same, the morality change.
They don't care. They don't care. But bruh, he if he would have shot Trayvon Metcalf with 30 shots, everybody wouldn't have seen nothing. At the school grounds when he was hanging out the window with the AR.
Another school day in Texas. That's what it would have been.
Yeah.
But see, you mentioned another point too, KP. You was talking about all of the race hustlers. Now, they done got so ingrained in the race hustle and the grift that even when you speak out about them, you a coon. But we got documented proof that Roland Martin was bought and paid for by the Democratic Party. But if you say documented proof is true, you a coon, you an outcast, you ain't black.
Well, Tez, the crazy thing about Roland, like he's from, well, I'm from Houston, so he's from here. There were so many different quote unquote black universities he could have went to. He could have went to PV,
Texas A&M.
He could have went to TSU. He could have went to Paul Quinn up in Dallas. There's a bunch of places he could have went to, but he wanted to be right around in the most whitest county in all of Texas. So it's like, come on, man. People know these people are grifting, man.
Hey, SKC. And then he asked the boys to boycott. So I was like, is he gonna tell them to boycott his school?
Ooh.
He didn't tell them to do that. He didn't tell them boycott Texas A&M. He didn't say that. He said boycott these schools down south.
And that be my thing. It's like, I understand that changes have to be made, but bruh, when you got guys like that leading quote unquote black people, it's like, bruh, you showing that you one-sided. So how you can't speak? You automatically look at people that vote Republican as outsiders. So how can you be a leader of black people? Because you don't even want to have a conversation with people that don't think like you. Like that's the frustrating thing for people that try to be logical and they like facts and like stats, even though they don't even want you to bring up stats no more. Stats, there's so many different levels of the stats. It's like, all right, cool.
Let me throw a curveball at you, Tez.
Okay.
With the whole black people leadership thing.
Hey, fellas, I gotta get out of here. Y'all be good.
Okay, man. Have a good day. Have a good night.
How are you going to have quote unquote leaders if you can't keep a family intact?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But SKC, I think that's why some of these guys get put in place. We all know what people say the aspiration of the black family should be: man, woman, married with kids in one house. But then you see the leadership of the quote unquote leadership in the black community: gay black woman, white liberal woman, black man that may be gay because we don't never see him with no woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's an attack on your brain, bro.
Bro,
Can I ask
it'll
something?
drive you crazy if you sit around and think about it.
What was that, Antonio?
Can I ask something for a second? To piggyback off of Mr. Tez, I'm going to say was that it stems from Marxism, socialism, and feminism infiltrating the black community back in the 1960s, maybe back to the 1930s, because the whole point of it, because the whole point of these three beliefs was to break down the family structure, to make to have slaves of the government slaves, and this type of behavior we see stems from the three beliefs. The behavior stems from black women being leaders. I mean, people be like the main parents of the black kids, and they be emotional. You know, women are naturally emotional, which leads to a boy being overly aggressive now, and overly aggressive would cause all the death and destruction in the black community. And right now, these black people who are supporting Camille, this black boy for murdering this young white boy, they had this idealistic mindset that, well, I can do it to you, you can't do it to me because, well, my ancestors were enslaved 100 plus years ago, and even though it doesn't affect me now. But again, it just stems from those three beliefs. It's simple, but most black people don't want to have the conversation now because either they don't, because they don't, or because they're lazy or fear being called a traitor and being outcasted. But that just from what I see and did research on for the last, for most of my life.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's like one thing that I found in just reading old texts, even a lot of the historical accounts, a lot of the people who dealt with actual slavery and some that lived within the Jim Crow era and so forth, they didn't have the views that a lot of the modern people that have all of this, Jim Crow 2.0 stuff in their minds. It's crazy. Like when you read these people, their viewpoints are way more reasonable and balanced than what people profess they are today. So when you were saying like the whole thing about the Marxism thing, there was a writer back in the 40s, George Schuyler, who was saying the same thing, that you got a lot of black people that they're going down this trend of basically trying to be anti-American during a world war. It's like, what are you doing? So it's just the same thing like during like the 1960s and stuff, when people want to say all this stuff about the Panthers and all this stuff, and oh man, the country was doing them wrong and blah blah blah. Dude, you're running around with a little red book of another country that is that is working
diametrically opposed to the whole way of living here. And you're spreading the rhetoric and SKC when you say that, oh nigga, you were cool, man. You don't like the Panthers? Well, for one, bro, do you even know who the Panthers weren't for? They call themselves the Black Panthers, but they constantly tell you, therefore, the people, all people. It wasn't exclusive to black people. Niggas don't even know this, SKC.
They don't.
So I have to educate people that's going super duper hard that understand just because these people say black don't mean that their things. It wasn't a separatist movement or any of this shit. It was anti-government. Yeah. The whole Black Panther movement was just simply anti-American government, bro. But niggas don't understand that. Oh man, you would have been the one to turn them in. You would have been nigga. And no, I wouldn't have been nothing because I wouldn't have been dealing with them niggas at all.
And then you have to think about the context of the time. It's like,
yes,
it's what 20 years post World War II. World War II ended in 45.
Yep.
So you're saying 20 years post winning the largest war on the planet, and you got dudes in your country that's stating, "Nah, we want to be with the other people." It's like, what do you think is gonna happen with them?
And SKC, again, that same thing. Once you tell people about MLK and what he was going through in the schooling and stuff, and you tell them, hey man, that the president at the time, John F. Kennedy, had to pretty much tell MLK, hey bro, you fucking with a whole bunch of communists, right? And you got motherfucking Hoover on your ass. You might want to, fall back. You might want to calm down. You might want to be careful of the company you keep. But when you say this, oh man, you want to attack that? No, bro. I've done the research. I know the history. I know some shit that you just don't know. You just listen to what they tell you every motherfucking February.
They
right?
don't read no books, bro. They don't read
Yeah.
no books outside of what they was given at the school. They don't read
Same
no
white man they
books
say
and
they
authors,
claim they
bro.
don't trust KP. The same white man
They trust
that
them
you don't
wholeheartedly, bro. They trust them
And-
wholeheartedly.
Oh, about to say was one thing that they won't follow the communists, but if you actually do research about them, they were extremely racist. There were multiple race riots happening in 1930s, 40s, and 50s.
That they set up.
Yes, no, in Russia, they
Before
will purposely
they got
lynch
here, yeah.
They will purposely lynch them. And another thing, they don't realize that the guy that they follow called Marxist, he was a user. He was a leech. He made his own wife work while he stayed home writing books now. He never worked a day in his life.
Marx was a fucking bum. But shout out to Antonio don't even know this. So people don't even know that Karl Marx was a bum and a fucking vagabond, bro. The dude, he was a slob. But again, like I said, if you know these things that people don't know, bro, they don't even know what they're supporting and the people behind the ideology.
And you know what? That's why I always have this thought process against people that have this thing where black people say, "Oh man, we should open up a bunch of businesses." I say, you can't do it with you dudes, man. Y'all too socialists and communists. You gonna give every damn thing away. You talk about giving everything. What are you talking about? You're gonna go out of business. Like at the end of the day, they celebrate the largest capitalists that they love, athletes, entertainers. They love LeBron as a capitalist, but they will never challenge him to open the league or to quote unquote support Ice Cube's league, right? Right? That'll never be the challenge. It'll be kneel in the NBA, bro. Do that. And if he does it, he gets like he's like the greatest black man ever because he kneeled in the NBA, but he still made 60 million from the NBA. Like, man, get off the stage, bro. Just stop talking. I don't got time to listen to it.
Mr. KP. Oh, sorry that. I'm going to just add to that to NBA thing. Remember, black men wasn't allowed to join the NBA when it first created. It had its own league.
The ABA.
It had its own league. Oh, sorry that. You can continue.
Yeah, they had the ABA. I mean, I live in Kansas City, so we had the Negro Leagues. But when the integration came, which King gave them, which is what they wanted, Jackie Robinson to play, they got what they wanted, and now they talking about let's segregate again with the mindset of socialists.
And KP, that's the thing. KP, the whole thing is again, man. Every time the white man told niggas they couldn't do something, they please let us do it. Please, you forced your way into it, but you forced your way into the same racism you say you wanted to get away from. Same thing today. Oh well, white flight. White people don't want to stay next to niggas. Well, do you want to stay next to them? I thought you said they all racist.
Come on.
And going back to the Carmelo thing, I just don't get that. If people are saying all this stuff about these people are so racist and stuff, why did the Anthony family move to the Frisco?
Yeah, because they was getting away from them niggas.
Well, yeah, because my understanding previously it was Baton Rouge, correct?
Yeah. You're all around as many black people that look like you that got your back and everything, and you pack up and go to one of the whitest places in Texas. Why?
The top 5 richest SKC, and like you said, the smallest, the lowest demographic there are black people. It's more Asians there than black people.
Yeah. Frisco is where they just built that Cowboys training facility at when you first get into Dallas.
So I don't know, man. It's
fascinating.
It's a weird conundrum that black people are, particularly the ones that are online and the activists and so forth are placing, because you on one end you say white flight, on the other end you say gentrification. It's like, what do you want?
They
Domination.
Want the rules.
No, man, they just want that white hug, bro.
You get mad. Didn't with Baton Rouge, the city of St. George separated, and then they got mad for the white people for saying we want our own setup and everything. It's like, what do you want? You're never happy. It almost seems it's like the only thing that a large group of black people can come together on anything has to do with, oh, we anti doing something against the white man.
That's it.
And SKC, that's my problem and my worry as to why are we still trying to have this back and forth with people that we say we're trying to distance ourselves from, for one, but two, how do white people own the exclusive rights of racism against black people?
They don't.
It's a system, man. It's systemic. It's systemic. Okay. All right. So what about the beauty supply system that's making $1 billion off of y'all, and black women are literally addicted to beauty products and hair products that belong to women of other cultures, and instead of us invested in education and invested in our communities and infrastructure and all these different things, and creating fucking, bro, it just bothers me, man.
Fantastic.
Go ahead, Tez.
I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you good, brother. Go ahead.
I did a short back when prom season was going down. I did a short. My stuff ain't went viral yet. I did a short, and the short was talking about this young lady that had the see-through dress on. And my whole point was, it was folks saying that that's just black culture. And I'm like, hold on. No, all black people don't think this way. All black people don't send our children out with the money guns and see-through dresses. Like, bro, it's not. See, this is my thing, bro, and it's fantastic. I think this where you get frustrated at. I definitely get frustrated at. When you put the representations of what a black man looks like, it don't look like somebody that went to the Navy. It don't look like these are police officers. It don't look like guys that's married with a family. It look like Future. It look like Chief Keef. And that's my problem, brother. I don't want the representation of a black man to be that, because I know that I don't follow that. Now, brother, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like, well, let me bag that up. I have never felt like I've been racially profiled. I ain't saying it hadn't happened, but maybe I have been. But you said something earlier. Even Beans admitted this. Every time I done got pulled over, I got pulled over because I was doing something I shouldn't have did. Suspended license, ran a red light, whatever. What got me in a chokehold on YouTube right now is cop cam videos. The body cam videos. Boy, I watch that shit all day, every day. I be driving and listening to it. And what I see 90% of the time is a regular stop that got escalated because of, you ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do, get out of my face, crack. It'd be like, whoa, bro, if you just would have took, the cops even be like, sir, I was just gonna give you a citation. You made this way worse than it needed to be. Fantastic. I have never been pulled out of my car and thrown to the ground because I was speeding. I was going 10 over the speed limit. Yes, sir, here you go. Oh, well, that's because you ain't ready to buck the system. I'm not, brother. I'm not.
Well, you're supposed to you're supposed to be part of the warrior class.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that, bro. Tez, bro, I done been doing 100 and never got put in the back of a damn seat, man. Like you said, bro, it's just the approach, and that's another thing, Tez. Motherfuckers, it's automatic hatred for authority. It's automatic hatred for, like I said, order and discipline. Like, bruh, a lot of the times, like you said, these motherfuckers don't understand this, and that's why I say it needs a lot of the structure, bro, from a military or community service, public servant aspect. It ain't just got to be police. You can be firefighter, you can be paramedics or whatever. Those things that give you that structure, man, and just the importance and understanding of how things really work outside of just the very, very small mentality that we're given, bro. Is in the black community, bro, you literally got like a fucking 4x4 motherfucking box to move in. You want to think for yourself? Outsider, get this nigga out of here. Step and fetch it. Coon, sell out. You hate your mama. You want to be white, brother. I just simply said, man, hey, can we hear the motherfucker out first? Can we hear what they actually got to say and not automatically assume that they all crackers that hate niggas and want to do this and that? I'm like, no, nigga, you with them. Fuck you, nigga. And you know what I'm saying? And the cycle continues. So it's just like, and when you dare to stand on it, bro, when you dare to not fold, oh my, that's the reason why I know motherfuckers don't like me. Cause bro, nigga, you ain't finna whoop me. You can't whoop me. And I know I'm not wrong. So if we have the conversation, I'm destroying the conversation. So what and you not never gonna respect me or accept me. If I kowtow and I bend down to your fucking thing, oh, we had that bitch ass nigga fold, man. That bitch ass nigga used to be talking like this, but he talking like this. Nah, hell yeah, fuck nigga, pussy nigga, this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. What you talking? Nah, bro, no, bro. I know how this game go, bro. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Get out my face.
Fantastic. I add one last thing in here, and I get out of here, bro. On my own personal story when it comes to this, bro. My dad is one of the anti-white dudes. And growing up, bro, I always thought that, hey, it's the white man holding us down. It's this, and this, bro. I'll never forget this, bro. As I got older, got my own place, got my own house, got all my own stuff, and start figuring out financials and, you know, how to do this and that. I remember one time talking to my pops, bro, and he was going on this long rant about, man, the white man won't give me no loan. The white man won't let me do this, won't let me do that. And I'm like, Dad, I seen your credit score. It's not because you black. It's because your credit is horrible. Let's fix that and then go in there and maybe you can have that complaint. And I think that's the base level that a lot of black people have, bro. Is the system automatically, not what I have done. Like, bro, I'm not saying that certain stuff don't exist. Yes, it's harder to do this. It's harder to do that. But if you ain't even coming to the table with the basic shit you need to get it, why are you complaining? Like, bro,
Tez, I think a lot of that comes from people not wanting to actually have to be responsible, do a lot of the hard work, just be an adult in certain ways. And I actually believe that that's a lot of the rationale of why certain arguments will continue to be circulated. Like, we can't do this. Tulsa, Oklahoma, all that type of stuff, because it's the easy way out. It's just so much easier just to say, oh, I'm really smart, but the system kept me down. Or, I've seen a lot of people that they have certain talents, but they have just a very poor set of, they have very poor discipline. And when you couple that with, from my belief, a culture that is more anti-white than what it is for freedom of choice and responsibility, then you're just going to get a bunch of problems just continually to fold over themselves. Now, before you go, Tez, I was on this show long time ago with one of the panelists that Mr. Fantastic was speaking with earlier. And the conversation came up, dude said, well, how are you going to raise your kids? And I was looking in the chat, and of course the thought came up is, are you going to raise your kids black? And I was like, no, I'm going to raise them to be successful. And that's what I think is one of the hugest or largest problems with Black America, is this idea of raising or growing into something to represent this quote unquote blackness, and nobody can give you a firm definition of what that is. And it's a bunch of contradictory things, but a lot of it is completely negative.
Yeah, and look, first of all, man, appreciate y'all for letting me come. Fantastic, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for letting me up, brother. Like I said, man, I really don't do panels, bro. But like I said, after I seen what I seen, I wanted to shout you out. I wanted to come up here and get my piece. But brother, shout out for you, man. I keep supporting, bro. I keep hitting the like button, keep sending the super chats and all that good stuff.
Hey, I greatly appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro, for coming up, Tez.
Yes, sir.
Freeman, what's up, brother? What you got for us?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, just want to come up and say salute to SKC, Antonio Mosley. Salute to you, sir. Hey, appreciate you having me on. It's fantastic.
I'm mad at your hashtag, man.
Oh, but listen, man. Look, from the 50,000 foot level, right? What I'm seeing is just this is the tearing apart of the concept of, air quotes, the Black community, right? It's not Cosby. You're going to have to associate with your socioeconomic peers. And that's just how it is, right? You're going to have to accept that, right? That's just, I mean, you're either in the community or you're not. And a lot of people try to be community adjacent when they're not. Living in the suburbs, living a nice life. They're not teaching their kids to be Carmelo, but they're going to defend Carmelo online, right? So, we just have to be free, right? Be civilized and let people do what they want to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. And again, the rhetoric just keeps getting crazier and crazier, bro. That's a scary part. Nigga, y'all are extending this shit to more extremes now that the guilty verdict. It is what it is, man. Again, you niggas, y'all don't care, and I can't make you care. So all I'm gonna say is whatever happens to you, bro, happens. Whatever happens to you happens, bro. With all this crazy ass rhetoric. Shout out to Rakai Media for the 7773 for the 2. Appreciate you. Some of us are lobotomized. Rakai Media again. I need to be a victim is the only way for me to validate my lazy nature and racist views. KB from KC, appreciate you, brother, for the 2. They hate authority like their mama. And shout out to Clue again, man. This is a good stream, fantastic. I appreciate you, brother. Ain't nothing but some money. Well, yeah, man. I just wanted to cover some of the bases or whatever this thing. I appreciate you, brothers, for coming up, bro, so we can talk about it or whatnot. I didn't want to be on here the whole night again. The rest of the night, y'all already been on the thing. But y'all got any closing thoughts or whatever, Antonio?
Yes, I'm going to just simply say the roots of the problem come from a very, very dangerous, even argue a satanic belief in Marxism. It's all about chaos and destruction. It's like a snake eating its own tail, and this plague is going to really kill the Black community from the inside out. So really now it's just a matter of time until the Black community completely fall apart like Rome, like maybe the next 50 years, give or take.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Okay, man. I'm off now. Okay.
All right, for sure. Freeman, what you got, brother?
I don't know, man. I've been avoiding the whole Carmelo thing, honestly, because I knew it was just going to be a circus, right? The usual suspects being the usual suspects. But to what Antonio said, I think it's already there, man. Marxism has destroyed a significant portion of Black people. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, listen, man, I've done it on my show. Everywhere you go, right, in every major city, especially in the Southeast, you're going to have a neighborhood where a lot of blacks live at a certain socioeconomic status, and you're going to have a ghetto, right, where the majority live. And it's like that everywhere, literally everywhere. Everywhere. Richmond, Virginia, there's a nice neighborhood of middle-class blacks. Freaking Hattiesburg, Mississippi, same thing, right? Even, I tell you this all the time, Memphis. Bro, right outside of Memphis is Eads, Tennessee, is a neighborhood of $500,000 and up homes, right? That's like majority Black, but you never know it, right? So I think we're already there, right? We are already there. The community is going to have to fend for themselves. I just think it's just the way it's going to go.
Yeah, man. Again, like shout out to you and SKC, man. The culture is far more important than the color, man. And I think as more of us understand that great separation is gonna happen, bro, and it's just gonna be what it is. There's gonna be a lot of people on the outside trying to get in once this fucking, cataclysmic economic shift happens, whatever it's going to be, and I only think it's going to be close to 2053 at this point, bro. It's not going to last to that point, but hey, it is what it is.
It's not going there. We're you can see we're already headed toward the technocracy. So the least skilled people are going to be in the bottom rung, right? If you are not getting into trades now, right, and there are an immense number of them, right? From, there's a dozen different types of welding, a dozen different types of jobs surrounding heavy equipment, a dozen different jobs in oil fields, right? But they're all in this big pot called skilled trades. And if you are not getting yours now, you're going to be on the outside looking in, period.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you for pulling up, bro.
All right. Later. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Ultimately, people, man, listen. I think situations like this, as to where something very, very tragic happened, just expose yet another major flaw that we have, as to where we don't even understand and when to know to just I'll allude back to it. It's the first thing I thought about, right? Put a one in the chat if you guys remember the infamous, legendary Malcolm X movie, right? Put a one in the chat. Chat participation. Shout out to Freeman's for the 5. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to you too, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. So one of the most important points of that movie was when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad suspended Malcolm X, because he said, hey, man, hey, I told you not to fucking speak on JFK being assassinated, that chicken come home to roof shit, because you putting us in danger. This was a man that was beloved by this country. And for you to be that insensitive, okay, that was selfish. It was selfish. It was reckless. It was irresponsible. These aren't the things that he said, but in our adulthood, we can understand. Bro, NOI was a separatist movement that white folks really didn't pay no attention to, and whatever y'all got going, cool, fine. But your black ass say the wrong thing at the wrong time, nigga. Oh, this we doing? We making fun of fucking the president being killed? Chickens coming home to roost? Oh, okay, we got something for that. So what fucking Elijah Muhammad had to say is like, hey, bro, no, your ass got to sit down for a minute, nigga. You too hot. You wildin'. Bro. What's wrong with you? Now, although this boy is no celebrity, no whatever, in social media, bro, all it takes is enough coverage, enough attention, enough fucking, viralness, I guess, for people that are regular people to become of that level of importance. Y'all are playing with this kid's life, bro. All I gotta say, bro, hey, word in health. If you out here saying wild shit right now and something happened to you, bro, hey, you on your own. It's on you. You provoking shit. You starting shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. I don't know Carmelo Anthony. I don't know Austin Metcalf. I don't wish bad on fucking Carmelo Anthony. Justice was served. He got what he got. I wish the best for the boy. I hope he does his time. I hope he gets an appeal as soon as he get. I keep saying appeal. I hope he gets parole as soon as he get parole. And it is what it is. Hell, I don't even, if he gets appealed and they knock it down to manslaughter, he get a new trial. I don't mind that. I just know you can't set the precedence, bro, where it's okay for kids to kill kids. And with me having a kid, a kid that's going to be starting high school this year, bro, I can't co-sign that nonsense. I cannot co-sign the kids being able to make the executive decision to take other children's life, bro. I can't do that. Can't do it. But hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, greatly appreciate y'all pulling up on me, bro. All the support today over on Fatty's platform, my platform. Shout out to Andrew Wilson. If any of the Andrew Wilson people are here or whatever they say you want to have a convo, I don't mind having a convo, bro. Whether it's agree or disagree. I do this debate shit. You feel me? A lot of people don't know because it just is what it is, bro. But I'm for making the points and you know, just sticking to that. I don't have no hard feelings. I don't know Andrew Wilson. So even though the shit he did when Myron came around, that's his boy. You know what I'm saying? Myron, on the other hand, that he wouldn't last. But hey, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, man, hey, Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype the video. Greatly appreciate y'all pulling up, man. That's that on that one. Catch you on the next one. We out. Holla.